Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alexandra, and today I am tackling a really narrow entryway that opens up into the rest of the home. This is an awkward space. I can't wait to show you guys what I do with it. If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have tons of incredible makeovers coming at you that you don't want to miss. Are you guys ready? Let's get started. So this entryway belongs to Laura and Jake. They recently purchased this home in Toronto. They don't know what to do with this entryway. It opens up into the living room and dining room. I actually grew up in a home with a very similar layout to this, and the entryway was always really tricky to figure out. We actually never really figured it out. So I'm excited to tackle Laura and Jake's space. I'm gonna hop on a call with them to see what's working, what's not working, and get a sense of their overall style. Super excited that we're making over your entryway. Congrats for winning a makeover with us.
Thank you.
We're so excited.
Very excited.
Oh, I'm so glad. You guys just moved in, right?
Just over 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
So like very fresh.
Very, very fresh.
I mean, I'm still moving out of my old apartment. I have it
Yes.
till the end of the month, so very fresh.
Got it. Okay. I know you've only been in this space for 2 weeks, but functionally, what's not working for you?
It's pretty easy to say what's not working even only after 2 weeks because there's literally no storage.
Okay.
Not a single spot to put like a shoe or a coat or anything that's not just like right in your doorway as you walk in. There's like 6 hooks on the wall that are not even anchored, so they fall out every time we put a coat on.
Great.
So functionally, that's the biggest thing, like shoes to be like away somewhere.
Yeah, like a hidden shoe storage.
Yeah.
Do you have another spot to act as like a mudroom, or is this really your primary place to put?
We have a lot of closet space upstairs.
Okay.
And then also we have a basement. So like Parkers will not be out in the spring. They'll be somewhere hidden in the basement.
Yeah, we definitely have lots of storage, but as far as mudrooms go, that's kind of the primary.
Yeah. Okay. And then the tile. Talk me through the tile. Is it peel and stick?
It is.
We can take it up.
Exactly. We don't love the tile.
Yeah.
It's not our style. It's just like the colors and the pattern and everything, just like not our style at all.
It just very
Kinda
stark.
kitschy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to your inspo. You guys sent such great, very thorough inspo, but I kind of want to talk through what you're drawn to in each photo because there's darker tones and then there's lighter tones. So I just want to really get a sense of like what you're looking for and what the rest of your home style is going to be.
We have different style. We've discovered this.
Okay.
Like I gravitate more like neutral and like
More minimalist, lots of clean surfaces, glass.
Jake likes more color.
Yeah, lots of color. I've got lots of natural wood furniture.
Knowing that info, looking at this inspo, it actually all really does work together. I guess it's just understanding how we're going to kind of find that happy medium.
Yeah.
And where we're going to lean into color and where we're going to lean into the more like minimal aspects of the design. I noticed there's this like sagey green paneling that you included a couple times. So was it more the paneling and the design of that or the color that you both like?
I love green generally. Like
Yeah,
sage
green's
green
definitely
or-
good to have in the house.
Can you tell me colors you are both like, colors that are like a no-go?
I don't know if I have a specific color that's a no-go. I'm more so like I don't want anything that's like, whoa, that's a pink wall, like, or whoa, that's an orange cabinet or like whatever.
Totally.
But tones of those things, like what's the word where he's like not pastel-y, but like
Dusty tones,
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
like muted dusty tones. Yeah. Okay. And then let's talk through the shoe cabinet. So you've pinned black ones and then I also see a white fluted one.
These were basically from like, you know, when we were first thinking of what we would want to do before like any of this, we had seen like, you know, these IKEA shoe cabinet, like DIY, make them kind of look a little cooler. I kind of like the style of it more so than the color.
Okay, great. And I definitely want to add a stair runner. I think it will just make the space feel really cohesive. And I feel like these long entryways, everything can kind of get lost.
Yes.
So I think a runner will kind of pull everything together. Are you married to this color, this style?
This picture is exactly what our stairs are like. White risers with black surfaces. And so we could picture that so well. I don't think we want like patterned red stair runner.
Totally.
Like something pretty neutral and like natural.
It's good to know that it's like neutral is what you're looking for. Having that neutral base that you can decorate around. Like you don't have all your furniture and your accessories yet, but I get it. This conversation was so helpful. I understand the vision.
Awesome. Yeah, we're so excited. Thank you so
Can't
much.
wait. Yes.
Great. Okay, well, I'll meet you then.
Looking forward to it.
Bye.
All right, take care.
Bye.
So here is what I'm thinking for the space. I really want to incorporate beadboard. I want to paint it a sagey green, and then I want to use IKEA Hemnes units on either side. Something that is functional, but also really beautiful to look at. We are working with a very narrow hallway, and I can't install anything that's gonna obstruct the staircase. So really what is in this entryway is the things they are using every day. I want the beadboard to act as storage for tote bags, purses, and not parkas. I really don't want Laura and Jake to be sitting in their living room looking at their winter jackets. So what I'm gonna do is hang another set of hooks that is going to go on the wall that the door opens to. This little kind of half wall that divides the living room from the entryway door conceals it. So they're not gonna have to stare at their winter jackets when they're lounging in the living room. I wanna bring in a really large mirror, something to complement those high ceilings. I definitely wanna change those flush mounts in the ceiling. I wanna do some really like grand pendants, really make a statement out of the lighting. And then I wanna bring in peel and stick tiles on that entryway floor, possibly a checkerboard pattern if we can find it. And then to finish it all off, I want to bring in a jute runner for the staircase, but I wanna push Laura and Jake a little bit out of their comfort zone and maybe find a jute runner that has some sort of interesting shape to it, maybe scallops on the side like this one, something that just looks a little more visually interesting. Okay, so I feel like this makeover is gonna be a good challenge, but there's so many moving parts we have to consider. I'm gonna head into the planning phase. We're gonna call in product, design the DIY, and I'll see you guys on prep day. Hey, everyone. That sounded so weird. Hey! Hey guys, so it is day one, prep day. It's very echoey in here. So I wanted to just walk through the setup and give you guys more of an understanding of like how this entryway kind of bleeds into the living room. Also, we've covered the furniture, so it doesn't obviously look like this when we're not in here. This is their living room, which they've done such a great job decorating. Also, shout out to Laura for putting Tay-Tay front and center. As you guys can see, it's right beside the entryway. So right now they have a couple hooks up on the wall. They have their door here, which they really like the color of. The tiles that we'll be replacing are here. They definitely need shoe storage. That is a must. It obviously carries on up to the second floor. These stairs look great. They're also black, but we are going to be installing a runner today. We're obviously gonna be changing these lights. The ceilings are so high. They're just like begging for a pendant light, you know? You have these two vents smack dab in the middle of where kind of any piece of furniture would go in this entryway. This whole space is kind of like one space, and then it also opens up into their living room. Whoa, you all did that like absolutely on cue. That was amazing. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is unbox some things, take all of the furniture that they have in this entryway out, patch some holes in the wall because we're taking those hooks down. After that, Graham and I are gonna start installing the runner. I wore very comfy clothes today because we're gonna be just on the stairs for like basically the whole day. Okay, so we are starting with the stair runner. Now, I have tackled a couple stair runners in my day, and I'm really excited to tackle this project with Graham. I'm already in love with it, and I haven't even seen it from like straight on. I'm looking down. It looks so good, and I have some bad and good news. I'm gonna be redoing my stairs.
Oh my God.
Graham bought me some knee pads.
I think
Like this.
like that, yeah. When was the last time you wore knee pads?
Actually, I've never worn knee pads.
Not even when you're like rollerblading as a kid?
Helmets, yes, but I like that they're white. They're kind of fashionable.
I think they're more function over anything, but
Yeah. No, we really went with like the comfort today. Like oversized sweater. I got my Taylor Swift t-shirt on. I feel invincible.
you look it.
I feel like I could, I don't know, do a lot of things.
Like put a runner on a stair.
The first thing we're doing is using a stir stick, and we're cutting it down to size to make sure that there is equal distance of space between the left and the right side of the stair runner. To get the distance on either side of the runner, we measured the stair tread, we measured the runner, figured out the difference between those two numbers, and divided by 2. This is the space on either side. So we are using carpet tape on each stair tread and riser. The tape protects the rug from shifting, from warping, if there's any humidity. It just gives it that like extra layer of adhesion to the stair. I am placing the tape so it's in the middle of the runner. I'm putting 1 piece on the riser and 2 pieces on the stair tread. So we are going for 3 pieces of tape per stair. I'm repeating this on the entire staircase before I actually lay the runner down.
Alexandra's ready.
These knee pads are game changer. Like my knees are sitting in a pillowy soft corner. Now it's time to peel back the tape on the riser and adhere the rug to the tape. We're using the spacer to make sure that there's correct distance between each side. If you're finding you have to reposition the runner, the tape will allow you to move it a bit to the left and the right. Once the runner is in the perfect position, we are going in with a staple gun. We're using an air compressor, which makes the staple a little more powerful. We are lifting up the runner a little bit, peeling back the tape on the stair, and then we're going in with our staple gun. Oh my God, that like.
Oh yeah, see this is aimed up, so you want to
There's so much air in my face and I thought I was gonna die.
Let's be safe.
No, but he's not gonna fall.
He doesn't fall often, but like he could. I think he should tether himself.
Tether yourself from your strap. I'm a little bit worried about it, if I'm honest.
No.
No, because if you fall, like I fall too. Like, no, Graham.
Yes.
That seems so dangerous.
No.
Okay, Graham has strapped himself in.
This runner is from Rugs Trade. I love that it's a jute material that matches back to Laura and Jake's style, but it has this extra scallop detail that just makes it so cute and visually interesting to look at. If you are using a thin runner on your stair, you might want to use a rug pad underneath. You can get these pads specifically for stair risers. It's really a personal preference. It gives you a little bit more cushioning. Because the jute is quite thick, we are foregoing the cushion underneath. If you watched me installing my own stair runner in my apartment, you will know that I filmed it in 2 parts because we were short runner. Even though I measured and measured and measured. And I wanna show you guys how much we've used to really like drive the point home that you need to order more than you think you'll need. So we're almost at the bottom and we only have this much left. Remember, it was like at the door, there was still lots of excess. So we've used a lot. So do your calculations, measure the stair tread, the stair riser. Graham gave us 1 inch extra per stair. So when he was doing the calculation, he just made sure that we had 1 inch extra for each stair. So now that we've reached the bottom, to make sure the edge looks really straight and clean, Graham is cutting the runner, folding it underneath, and then stapling it to the stair riser. Graham went back in and stapled the scallops down. He put the staple in the seams so they were hidden, and this is just to ensure that the scallops aren't a tripping hazard. The last step to totally transforming this staircase is adding trim to complete the bottom, just so it looks nice and tidy and clean. The last thing we're doing for prep day is switching out these 2 flush mounts for these beautiful Mitzi pendants. I love how these bring in a bit of black to the design. We're patching around the pendant lights to make it look all clean, and we're going to paint it white tomorrow. Hey guys, it's reveal day. So excited to reveal the space to Laura and Jake. The first thing we're gonna do is put up the beadboard and get the shoe cabinets installed. We've prepped the walls with a couple holes to make our job easier today. Graham, you ready?
He's ready.
For the beadboard, Graham used some leftover beadboard that we used for Hannah's dining nook. We cut it to size, and since it's already primed, we just had to hit it with 3 coats of cool current. You guys know Cool Current is one of my fave greens. I love it so much. For the coat hooks, Graham used some leftover 1 1/4 wood dowels. He cut them down to 4-inch sizes using a miter saw. He ran to the end of the dowels using a belt sander and hand sanded them until they were smooth using 60 and 150 grit sandpaper. Before I put the beadboard up, I'm gonna screw these little hooks through the back of the beadboard with a screw and a washer. They're gonna be load bearing, which is awesome. So they can actually hang a lot of stuff on these hooks. Okay, we got it. Nice. Now it's time to install the beadboard on the wall. To make this look all clean and uniform, we have these caps. That's slick. To put on top of the screws, and we're gonna paint them the same color as the beadboard so it looks seamless and tidy. So I knew that I really wanted to use Hemnes shoe cabinets from IKEA. These are my like tried and true go-to for any entryway because they're so functional and you can hack the heck out of them. Once we mapped out the space, we realized that 2 units would be too big. But if we used 1 unit, then we couldn't get that kind of built-in feel with the beadboard and it wouldn't be like a moment, you know? Also, I really didn't want these shoe cabinets to cut off the flow going up the staircase.
Plus throw in 2 vents.
Plus, as Amanda just said, throw in 2 vents, and we really had a conundrum on our hands. So we realized that we were gonna have to cut 1 Hemnes shoe cabinet into 2 units. Here's how Graham made it happen. Graham did need to create some pieces from scratch since we were missing a whole right side and a whole left side of the shoe cabinet. You could avoid making anything from scratch and just purchase 2 whole Hemnes cabinets and use the missing hardware and sides from there, but we wanted to go the more economical route and create our own. We are thrifty queens. Graham only really needed to create 4 parts, the left leg and the left side panel, and then the right leg and the right side panel. For the side panels, Graham used scrap 3/4 inch MDF and cut it to size using a miter saw and table saw. Since Graham had a factory right and left panel to base the DIY panels from, he used a speed square and a measuring tape to accurately transfer the locations of one panel to the other. There's a Graham tip here. To find the exact size of drill bit you'll need for each hole, simply put different drill bits in each hole until you find one that's the perfect fit. Once you find the drill bit, find the exact depth you need to go and put a piece of tape on the drill bit as an indication of how deep you need to drill on your own pieces. For the legs, Graham used the same process as the panels, but used a larger piece of leftover framing lumber and cut it to the appropriate size. Another Graham tip, label both the IKEA factory parts and the DIY parts so you don't get confused as you're making the holes. Because we are mounting these 2 shoe cabinets to the wall, we wanted to make a frame at the bottom so it looked more finished since we were not putting the legs on it. So now it's time to install the shoe cabinets on the wall. It's slowly coming together. This wood top is so beautiful. When I saw it yesterday, I was like, Graham, it's the perfect color. It's sealed, it's like smooth. And he told me that he actually got it from a local construction lumber yard and it cost $25. So you don't have to splurge on like the raw wood edge pieces or like barn board. You can just get a simple piece of lumber, stain it, sand it again, sand it again. Just watch how this piece of wood totally transforms this entryway. Wow. So I wanted a bit of overhang on each side, but like, look how beautiful this is. It's time to put the shoe drawers in. Gorge. I love an interesting knob. I feel like whenever I can switch a knob out, I do. It makes it feel more custom, more stylish, and just more elevated in general. Next, I'm doing any touch-ups that the unit needs, and I am painting the caps the same color as the beadboard. Mirror time.
Take it away, Bray.
Just don't, we can't drop this.
Yeah.
We can't drop it.
Yeah.
Nice. Whoa! Okay, so a couple things. One, this instantly just opens up the entire space. Two, I knew that I had to go with a really large scale mirror because the ceilings are so tall. You're smiling. You're into it. This mirror is from V2V, which is one of my favorite decor stores in Toronto. They sell everything from like little decor accessories to big scale furniture, like this piece. Okay, so I was really excited about the idea of adding a checkerboard floor in here. I did toy with the idea of like actually laying tile down, but then I thought, no, let's show you guys how you can do something in your rental or in your first home that's super affordable and non-committal. So these are from Wall Pops. I have used lots of different peel and stick flooring before, and in my bathroom, I used Quadro style stickers, which is great. But for an entryway that's gonna see a lot of traffic every single day, we needed something a little more robust. Okay, ready, Carla?
It's filming.
Oh. The first step is using isopropyl alcohol to clean the floor. You wanna make sure the floor is as clean as possible so that the tile will stick. If there's any dirt or like any debris under the tiles, they're gonna become unsticky and they might lift up. Step 2 is finding the center of where you're gonna lay the tiles down and drawing a grid. We're gonna use this line to line up the tiles. Next, we're peeling back the backing of the tiles and putting the first couple right down in the center in a diamond shape. I'm going with the diamond shape because I feel like it gives it a classic look. You could just do like one square beside each other, but I think the diamond shape is chef's kiss. It does make our cuts a little trickier, but not impossible. I'm using a rubber roller to make sure the tiles are really, really stuck down. Kind of similar to peel and stick wallpaper, but you're gonna need a lot more elbow grease. Graham and I are starting with the full pieces of tiles, and then we're gonna go in after with the tiles we need to cut. A note, let your tiles acclimatize inside for at least 24 hours before you install them. You don't want these tiles to be sitting on the porch in the freezing cold and then bring them in and immediately place them on your floor. You want them to just like settle a little. You want the glue to be warm. Give them a little space to breathe. So now that we've laid all the big pieces down, it's time to make our cuts. To make our angled cuts, we're lining the tile up with the tile on the ground, using a pencil and a ruler to draw the line that our laser level is telling us to draw. We're using an X-Acto knife and gently scoring the tile, popping it off and sticking it down. You wanna make sure you're saving the cut pieces to fill in any gaps. We are repeating the same steps for all of the remaining tiles. I'm taking these peel and stick tiles a step further and I'm actually installing a toe kick around the edge. If you are a renter, this is gonna make this more like semi-permanent. It's just gonna make it look a lot more finished. This tile is even better than I imagined it would be, and I like knew it was gonna be good. I can't believe that this is peel and stick. We're already at finishing touches? Holy shit. Now it is time for the finishing touches. Placing a couple of art pieces on the top of the console and using command strips to make sure they don't fall. I'm adding a cute little basket for mail, this cute pedestal tray for them to leave their keys, adding a vase with faux olive branches that look really real, these beautiful tapered candlesticks for height. I'm adding a lamp, candle, and placing this beautiful umbrella holder from the Etsy shop wicker case. You guys, I'm obsessed with this umbrella holder. What a moment. I'm adding this cute little poof for them to put their shoes on. I like how this kind of bridges the living room and the entryway. This is from Tonic Living. Adding a plant by the staircase. Putting their shoes in the cabinet. Adding hooks for winter jackets. And finally, adding a doormat. It's time to bring Laura and Jake in for the reveal. I'm feeling a little bit nervous, but let's bring them in. Okay. Are you so excited?
Yeah, I can't wait.
I feel like I'm shaking.
Oh.
Like in a good way.
I'm so excited to reveal the space to you. Okay, so can you guys walk me through what the space looks like before you open your eyes?
Oh my gosh, it didn't look like anything. It was so boring and white.
Okay, are you guys ready on the count of 3?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god, oh my god.
Oh, wow.
This doesn't even look like our house. Oh my gosh! This is incredible.
Yeah, this is
How did
phenomenal.
you even do this? Oh my god. Look at it! I can't believe you made such a small space this.
Yeah,
It's
seriously.
insane. Oh my gosh, look at it.
Oh, yes. So much more inviting
Yeah,
and
this is
welcoming.
so warm and beautiful.
Oh my God.
Like, it's so great. Wow,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
This
Can I give you a
is-
hug? This is amazing.
Thank you. Welcome. So glad you like it.
Love it.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have so many more makeovers just like this one coming at you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Well, the thing is you don't really get the full effect of this outfit unless I'm like this the whole stand up. Like, it's a cute outfit, but on camera, because it's only half width.
There is a frill at the bottom of the dress, and there are polka dot tights.
Yeah, let me just do an OOTD.
It's literally your torso.
Looking great, feeling gorgeous.
That's my OOTD. Okay, I'm ready.